Hey, it's Victoria Staten and welcome back to my channel. Today is time for another twin weekly update. This week we're going to talk all about week 29 of my twin pregnancy. So let's get into it. Babies are the size of acorn squash, which is definitely making progress, but still I guess kind of small, which you would expect anyways for twins. My symptoms this week are nausea, that honestly felt like just like day one of my pregnancy. Mini potty breaks continuing throughout the night, upset stomach, really bad at night one, and this is something that carried on throughout the entire week. I couldn't pinpoint if this was something that I was eating, although I haven't really changed up my diet that much. And from what I have just researched and talked to some of my friends, even with singleton pregnancies, this is something that is pretty common because the bigger your baby grows, the less space you have, and they're kind of like smashing down on your stomach basically and causing that upset stomach or causing that heartburn or, you know, acid reflux type feeling that some people experience at this point. And I just kind of chalked it all up to that. As I mentioned, this upset stomach continued. I remember like Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, having it really, really bad all through the night and having a hard time sleeping. I also thought that I might have been experiencing some decreased fetal movement, or the babies were moving less, which for any woman that's pregnant can be a little scary. But again, I was just trusting God, trying to stay calm, because I wasn't for sure if this was something that was normal. I discussed it with my doctor. Of course, she's never carried twins, but she said that from her experience with working with twin moms, as they get bigger, of course, their movement patterns might change, and it ended up being all good. I don't know if it was just like that day, it was just like a total fluke or something, but they totally got back to normal. Baby A is more active than baby B, and he continued to move, and baby B also continued to move, but kind of more in a different way, if that makes sense. But I also was able to discuss this with a new twin mom friend of mine. She's a new twin mom, she's also a new friend of mine, and she experienced the same thing. So it put my heart at ease, which is always a good thing.
Another huge thing, heartburn and indigestion.
I kind of started experiencing some indigestion, I think in like my second trimester, but not like this, and heartburn, not like this, to the point where I'm taking at least one Tums, but sometimes multiple Tums a day to keep it all in check. And that is working for me right now, which I'm thankful. That it's not that bad, but the insomnia, it's just gotten a lot worse. Literally to the point where I woke up at like 2:30 a.m. and tried all my usual things. Ended up staying up for hours watching YouTube and could not go to sleep. Same around 9 o'clock, 8 or 9, I finally got tired and went to sleep for several hours and was able to kind of catch up on my rest. But insomnia is no joke, so I definitely feel for people that aren't even pregnant that deal with this, because I don't know how you do it. Like, it's just so hard to wake up in the middle of the night and then you can't go back to bed, you can't get any rest, especially if you have to get up and go to a job. I feel for you, I'm praying for you. But yeah, it's just crazy. Another thing is they're starting to make some big movements and like bulge out of my stomach or out of my uterus, and it hurts. You know, the stronger they get, the bigger they get, the bigger these movements are, like punches and kicks and all that, and I'm feeling it. And another thing, you know, of course, I'm an open book with y'all, because I want you to know what you might expect if you're expecting twins, is that the girls have been making some changes. I've noticed like changes in like the look of my breast and the size, and like my nipples getting bigger and things, and like I know this is all normal from just different research that I've done, and not necessarily conversations that I've had with other twin moms, but just like I'm in a lot of different apps and like communities, I think, from What to Expect and The Bump, I think, are the top two. Check out my app video where I show you recommendations. I'll put the card up here. I always point to the wrong side. I'm gonna try this side this time. I'll put a card up for that video if you want to check it out, with like different pregnancy apps that are great for singleton pregnancies or twin pregnancies. But I've heard a lot of people say that the closer you get, especially in your third trimester, your breasts are changing because they're getting ready to produce the colostrum and the milk for your baby, or your babies in my case. So expect that. It's funny. And I was even talking to a good friend of mine about about this, and she was like, hey, is this happening to you? Like, what's going on? And I'm like, yeah, it did. So be ready for that. And then I guess the last thing that I wanted to say is that during my normal spin classes, I'm noticing that my babies are starting to move during class. And this is new for me, because normally I was thinking that, you know, all the movement was putting them to sleep. But it's to the point where I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be able to do this, because they're literally kicking and punching and doing all the things while I'm trying to enjoy class and while I'm trying to get a workout, and I can't really get as good of a workout anymore. Of course, my belly is getting bigger, but at this point, it's not really getting in the way of anything. But I can't, I don't know how much longer I'm going to do this. So that is all that I have for you today. And of course, if you have any comments, please comment below. Please like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I would love to have you as part of the fam. But thank you all so much for watching. And of course, I'm going to put a bump date update after this video, so stay for that. And until next time, I'll see ya next time. Bye.